Morning. It's Wednesday morning here after our nice canoe trip and a nice day off here near Munising. I don't know. It's Munising, I believe is how you pronounce it. Anyhow, after that nice little break, we're continuing on the road. Today is going to be maybe a little bit interesting because there's no around the edge course for a lot of it, but we're going to do our very best. And I know that at least one dead end I'm going to take, even though I don't normally take those. Anyway, so let's go around the edges. Welcome to Munising. I stayed just outside of Munising, but I've been kind of going back and forth because this is where restaurants and things are, as well as, and there's a roundabout. A good old British style roundabout. And I don't care what anybody else says about roundabouts. I don't think they're all that confusing, and I actually like them. I think that they do a good job of controlling traffic as long as people remember how to use them. Yeah, Munising is a nice little town. They don't have a ton of food options, but they do have two taco places. Coming here on the left here is Bigfoot, who I met yesterday. Insert photo here. And another Bigfoot on the right, who I did not meet. Just like that, we are out of Munising. Upward and onward. Welcome to Christmas, Michigan. And coming up on the left, we have good old Santa Claus. Christmas, Michigan is not a very big place, and we'll be through it very, very soon, but not before we pass the casino here on the left, and with the green roof there, and next to it is another Santa Claus, which just goes to show that Santa Claus can be in multiple places at one time. Hi, Santa. Well, that was a little bit irritating. Here I am. I'm at Big Bay Point Lighthouse, and there's no access to the public. I drove about 30 miles out of my way to come here. Oh, well, sometimes that's the way it goes. So, yeah, unless I were to join the Coast Guard, I would not have access to that. And the other part of this is a private drive. So I guess we just have to go back the way we came. Or maybe we'll go on a little side adventure. Maybe take a slightly different route back. At least that's kind of what I'm hoping at this point. All right, so I guess we need to go. Bye. So this is quite an adventure down here. I'm on State Road 510, and it went from being paved to unpaved, and that's not very unusual. But they're also doing some grading work out here. So, and of course, this road does not show up on my software. But it is a mapped road, so yeah. This is why you always use a paper map, folks. Always use a paper map. But it is absolutely beautiful up here. I've seen some deer up here, and I've seen some people picking blueberries. So that's pretty cool. I mean, I would have joined them, but you know, I have a place I need to be by the end of the day, so I can't spend too much time on stuff like this. But yeah, pretty cool up here. Really, really nice. Just watch out for groundhogs. Just a little bit of an update on the route. I have inadvertently taken the wrong route. This is not 510. This is in fact a series of rural roads that are mainly used for snowmobiling and 4x4ing. And we're actually in the Native American reservation. And I see that we actually have some mapped roads here, but this is just an unexpected adventure, and yeah, the roads are in decent shape, but not terrific, you know. They look like this. But it is a fun adventure. At least it'll be fun until I get stuck. But I have a feeling, you know, I am heading more or less the right direction, and we are significantly more on the edge than I had planned. So there you go. I think that this will be just fine. But it's just, you know, you go the wrong way, and well, you would not have seen that if you hadn't gone this way, but it's certainly not where I intended to be. I will say, you know, the rain makes me a little bit nervous, but the roads are good enough, and they seem to have a rocky bed as opposed to a clay bed, so I'm not too worried about getting stuck. It just might take me a while to get to my final destination tonight. Anyway, it's kind of fun, so hope you guys are enjoying the scenery as well. say farewell to snowmobile route number 14. Well, this was definitely not the path I intended to take, but I am kind of glad I did, because it was kind of cool, and normally I wouldn't go onto these kinds of roads, not in a rental car anyway, but they're in pretty good condition, and you know what, it's fun to drive on them. But yeah, we're actually going to be heading up to Scunny, and just seeing what's on up there. That wasn't where we were planning on going, but hey, it's kind of still on our way to where we are going, so you know, it's a roundabout way. Hey everybody, this is Tom at the same day, but kind of at the end of the day. And I just wanted to talk about something for a quick second, because I do something in this video that you should never, ever, ever do unless you are totally prepared to do it. That is, I found myself having made a wrong turn, continuing on for the adventure of it. Generally speaking, that's a really bad idea to do. Now, there are reasons why I didn't immediately, once I realized I wasn't on 510, turn around and go back. And the two big reasons are right here. I was prepared for that eventuality. This isn't my first rodeo. I'm an experienced traveler, and I've made lots of wrong turns. However, if you're out and you're traveling, especially in a rental car, and you're relying on Google Maps or the GPS in the car, and you find yourself in a situation that I was in, it's not going to help you at all. So the reason why I didn't immediately turn around and go back, even though that would have added a lot of miles to the day, is because I have a triple redundant system while I'm traveling. I do use the GPS in the car and Google Maps on my phone. However, there's a lot of places where you don't have any signal, or, it's situations like that. And that is why I always have paper map. Paper map, especially these DeLorme atlases, which I highly recommend, by the way. DeLorme, you can sponsor me if you want, but they won't. Anyway, the nice thing about these DeLorme atlases is that they do actually show these tiny little roads right here. Now, they're in very fine dotted lines, dashes, I guess you could say, but that is, once you've determined where you are, a better guide. Now, even with this map, I would have turned around if not for my third line of defense, and that is this. This is a handheld GPS system. It's the Garmin Oregon 650T. And this is why I felt confident continuing on the road, because this has a base map. It's a 1 to 25,000 scale, and it has every little snowplow road. Once I realized that I wasn't lost. I knew where I was, but I wasn't sure what road I was on or where I was. Immediately stopped the car, pulled this out of my bag, and fired it up just to make sure that this had a map of all the roads, and it did. Now, sometimes it happens that it doesn't, and in this situation, I would have turned around, gone back the way I came. Continuing on without a map, without any guidance, is a really, 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 really bad idea. So don't do it. Unless you're as prepared as I was, don't even think about it. I went through the adventure and it was fine. But I also recognize that at any point during the day, and especially because it was raining while I was on these roads, I could have run into a situation where I would have had to turn around and go back the way I came. And, having a good map, and especially a GPS like this, is a real lifesaver. And it could even literally be a lifesaver if you're particularly irresponsible or your car breaks down or any number of things. So, like I said, what I did, kind of a bad idea. I was prepared, but I don't recommend that anyone else try it. Thank you for watching.